Next on Fashion Sense by Valerie, we're blending up a refreshing orange dream smoothie you'll love. Get glam with the hottest lash extension trends and level up your future with smart real estate investing
Great source
tips.
of income. You're going to be getting cash flow.
Dr. Hanna stops by with advice to keep you feeling your best.
All just maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
Plus, learn the secret to making your perfume last all day and effortless ways to style a blazer like a pro.
Presented by D Superhero Electric Gig, Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
Aloha, I'm Valerie Joseph with Fashion Sense, reselling runway looks to the walkways of Hawaii and providing smart solutions to all your fashion needs. Hi friends! What you saw earlier is a taste of what's to come in this episode. And I'm so excited that you're here with me today because we have got some exciting stuff lined up for you. Starting with this orange creamy dreamy smoothie, to lash glam tips, to real estate tips, to style tips that you'll actually use. I promise you'll love this episode. Ready? Let's get started! Hello my friends! If you're craving something sweet, creamy, and totally refreshing, I've got just the thing. It's my creamy orange dream smoothie, and it tastes just like those orange creamsicles we had growing up, but a little more fabulous. And for this recipe, all you need are some orange juice, some Greek yogurt, frozen bananas, some vanilla extract, agave syrup, and ice cubes. And remember, you are the queen of your kitchen, so feel free to make adjustments to any of these ingredients and make it your own. Okay. So let's get started. First, let's pop in our orange juice. Then we're gonna add in some Greek yogurt. And this is gonna give it a nice, dreamy texture. Isn't it already looking like the orange creamsicle? Then I'm gonna add in some frozen banana for that creamy texture. Put in a little bit of agave for a little sweetness. Some vanilla extract. And of course some ice cubes to keep it nice and frosty. Whoops. Okay. And we're just gonna blend this baby until it's silky, smoothie, and a sunshine in a glass. Right. Now, y'all know I love using fun-looking glassware for all my drinks. And I just adore this glass tower holder. Okay, this looks dreamy and creamy. Okay. Yeah, look at that glow. It's like sunshine in a glass. Now you can add a little orange zest or an orange slice if you're feeling a little extra, which you know we always are. How beautiful is this? I'm gonna take a sip. Oh my gosh, so delicious. It's refreshing, creamy, citrusy, just the right amount of sweetness. It's like a spa and a dessert all in one glass. So go ahead and treat yourself to a little creamy orange dream moment. And subscribe to our YouTube channel to view more recipes and pro tips, and send us your recipes. We'd love to share them on the show. Cheers!
Presented by D Superhero Electric Gig on Spectrum OC16.
Hawaii Sports Radio Network on AM 760 and FM 95.1 is the freshest local sports station in Hawaii. We are the official radio broadcast partner of the Oahu Interscholastic Association. Listen live to Hawaii high school sports and wake up in the den with Ku'ule Agbayani, weekday mornings at 8 a.m. It's the only woman-led sports talk show in Hawaii. Follow them on social media at HI Sports Radio or visit hawaiisportsradio.com.
Hi friends, it's time for Beauty Talk with Lash Master and Educator Deidre Harvey of Lash Pro. Hi Deidre.
Hi Val.
Great to see you again. Let's talk about the latest styles and trends that we're seeing in lash extensions for 2025.
So for this year, we're seeing something called manga lashes.
Manga lashes.
Yes. So this is getting to be really popular, and what it is, it really comes from the Japanese comic books, where you see a very dramatic and exaggerated lash look or an eye look, right? So a lot of these characters have the big wide eyes, dull eyes effect, so we're trying to create that same look. And so what we're seeing, you see it a lot on social media, like TikTok, Instagram. You can see tutorials, and many lash artists are doing this right now.
Oh wow, so what does it actually look like? Like what's different about the manga lash?
So manga lashes have their very specific look. So they're definitely spiky and wispy like the definite trends we see right now, but they're more defined. So you have more space in between the spikes and clusters. So it's very defined, maybe 5 spikes, but more thicker spikes. And oftentimes we're adding lower lashes to that because it really creates that open, dulled-eyed effect, really a comic eye look.
Wow. Now this manga style, is it something that everybody can wear?
So it may not be for everybody, but one thing nice about the manga style is that you really can change it up. So for some people, they really want a more dramatic, exaggerated look, just like the comic strips, right? Maybe thicker spikes with more space in between, or you can do something less dramatic, right? You can really tone down those spikes and make it a little softer looking.
I love it, and I love that you can work with your lash stylist to get something that works for you, right?
Definitely.
And I think that's the key.
Definitely interchangeable, definitely able to customize, and it can look really good on a lot of people.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Deidre. So friends, make sure to work with your lash specialist on the specific styles that work for you. For more pro tips, head to our website, fashionsenshawaii.com, where you can also submit a question for our expert, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to view more pro tips.
You can also email us at info@zolashpro.com.
We'll be right back.
Tune in for your daily dose of fashion sense on Spectum OC16.
It takes a lot of little things to make a successful classroom. But it only takes one small donation to make a difference. A donation to our island's public schools is a giant step towards building a future for our keiki. Learn how you can make a difference at communityhelpingschools.org.
Hi friends, owning property can be a great source of additional income. If you're thinking of investing in real estate, our real estate expert Denise Miyahira has got some tips. Hi Denise.
Hi Val. So yes, owning real estate is a great way of getting additional income and building wealth.
Okay.
So today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of owning real estate.
Okay.
So the first thing is, yes, it can be a great source of income. You're going to be getting cash flow from the rent. But at the same time, you do have expenses, you've got to pay your taxes, so you have to keep track of everything.
So it might be a good idea to hire a bookkeeper if you're not
Absolutely.
willing to handle all that paperwork.
Right.
or-
If you know you're not good with numbers,
Yeah.
hire a bookkeeper. But that's also an additional
Another-
expense,
yes.
right? So make sure to keep that in mind if you're hiring out. But yes, I agree. Secondly is creating wealth for yourself. So if you can get a portfolio of different real estate properties, they tend to increase over value over time. So you're going to be creating this wealth for yourself.
So does every property increase in value?
That is a great question, Val. So
Yeah.
this is a long-term investment.
Okay.
So this is a commitment you're making. So you have to be able to ride whether it's going up or down, right? And then just make sure you hold on.
And it also probably depends on the location of the property too as well, right?
Absolutely, Val. So location, location, location.
Yeah.
That's the game in real estate.
Right.
So thirdly, this is a great tax advantage
Okay.
to buy investment properties. And you can check with your bookkeeper or your accountant on what you can write off and what you can't write off. But people like to buy real estate because it does have an additional tax advantage. So now some of the cons, and some of the things you really have to keep in mind.
Okay.
You are a landlord and you're signing a contract with a tenant. This is a binding contract.
Right.
And so you just have to be aware of whatever laws are out there and make sure that you are enforcing them or that you are abiding by them.
Well, this also might be a good time to hire a property manager because they'd be completely proficient in all the laws, right?
Absolutely, and property managers know what they can and cannot do. This is going to help you to alleviate the risk.
Okay.
That's one of the things, is make sure that you understand your risk. Secondly is time commitment. You will spend a lot of time with your property if there's a lot of repairs to be made. So you're the owner, you're the landlord. They're going to call you directly.
Unless you have a property manager.
Unless you have a property manager. And again, this is probably why people like to hire out property managers, is because they don't want to get those calls. They want to hire someone to handle everything on behalf of them. But remember, property managers do charge, and they charge a percentage of your rent.
But a property manager will also have all the resources. If a leak needed to be fixed or any damage or any repairs, they'd have the resources too, right?
Absolutely. They have a vendor list and they can take care of things immediately.
Okay,
absolutely.
good.
And our last consideration is vacancies, right? So there's nobody in there. Well, you're still going to have to pay, you know, if your maintenance fees or mortgages, you're still going to have expenses, but you're not going to have the income. So make sure you have reserves, because there may be times where your tenant moves out, emergency, they've got to move out, and then you have no one in there for maybe a month or two. Can you still float yourself? The second thing would be if you had repairs that needed to be made and you had to vacate the tenant. So now you have no income and you're spending money on expenses. Do you have enough money to cover all of this? So these are just some things to consider to decide whether or not you would be great as a real estate investor and if this is for you.
Great tips, Denise. For more pro tips, head to our website, fashionsensehawaii.com. For anything real estate related, contact Denise directly.
Thanks, Val. And together we'll find the keys to your happy home.
We'll be right back.
Tune in for your daily dose of fashion sense on Spectrum OC16.
Hawaiian Coffee Body Scrubs. Moisturizing, rejuvenating, energizing, sun-kissed, alluring, beautiful, handmade in Hawaii with aloha. Coco Java.
Hi friends, welcome to Fashion Sense. We're making a almond butter bar. Let's head to the stove to start melting down the ingredients. In a medium saucepan, melt together honey and almond butter until smooth, creamy, and warm. Stir in flaxseed meal for a jolt of nutrition and extra fiber. Then transfer to a large bowl. Immediately stir in your Cheerios. As the almond butter mixture starts to cool, it'll start to harden. Then transfer the Cheerios mix into a baking pan. Pat down nice and tight and compact. Don't forget the edges. Then drizzle with melted chocolate. This looks so delicious. Next, we're gonna place this in the freezer for about 15 minutes to chill and harden. And then we're just going to slice them into bars. I love the crunch it makes when you slice into them. I am going to have to take a bite. Oh my gosh. They're so delicious. I think the best part about these bars, not only because they're delicious, but they were so easy to make. And they're a healthy grab-and-go snack. Send your favorite recipes to our website, fashionsensehawaii.com, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to view more recipes and episodes.
Presented by the Superhero Electric Gig on Spectrum OC16.
Imagine not being able to provide your baby with the most basic need, a clean diaper. This problem impacts 1 in 3 moms who cannot afford enough diapers to keep their baby dry, clean, and healthy.
And subsidized programs like WIC, food stamps, and Medicaid do not allow the purchase of essential diapers.
The Aloha Diaper Bank works to close the gap by providing free diapers to struggling families in our community.
You can help to keep our island keiki clean and dry by donating dollars or diapers.
Visit us at alohadiaperbank.org to learn more.
Mahalo.
Welcome back. Are you the type of person that likes to wear perfume? Knowing which are the right places and how to apply it makes all the difference in its smell and its effect. Here's a few tips. Tip number 1, apply it after a bath or a shower. Your pores are open after a warm bath and your skin is naturally hydrated when you come out of the shower. To lock in the scent, apply it to your pulse points, like your neck, your wrist, or behind your knees. These are the warmest spots on your body, which help to spread the scent best. Tip number 2, hydrate your skin with body cream or Vaseline before applying perfume. Applying body cream or Vaseline to the pulse points before your perfume will help to make the scent last throughout your entire day from work to play. Tip number 3, don't rub your wrist after applying perfume. This actually makes the deep notes of the scent disappear, and it has nothing to do with increasing the scent. Tip number 4, keep it discreet. Some scents may bother your colleagues, so to keep it slightly discreet, spray your perfume into the air and walk into it and let the scent settle on your body. Tip number 5, apply perfume before you get dressed. Applying it on your desired pulse points will help to avoid staining your clothes. Just be sure that your perfume settles and is dry before getting dressed. Tip number 6, switch it up from time to time. There's scientific evidence that shows when we use the same scent for a long period of time, our brain can switch it off and not stimulate the senses as much. Tip number 7, proper storage. Store your perfume in a cool, dry place in the original packaging away from direct light. The bathroom is humid and warm and can impair the quality of the scent. Whether you feel playful, timid, or reserved, perfumes offer many different smells for different moods.
Presented by the Superhero Electric Gig on Spectrum OC16.
It's time for our Ask the Doctor segment with Dr. Hanna Merchant. Hi, Dr. Hanna. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Val.
We had a viewer submit an email to our website saying she comes from a family with a lot of medical conditions. What can she do to ensure that she doesn't get them or prevent them or reduce the chances of getting them?
Well, you know by now, Val, that my favorite topic is prevention.
Yes.
And early detection as well. So if there are a lot of medical conditions in her family, there's a lot she can do to prevent them. She can't change her genetic makeup, but she can do a lot to decrease her risk. First of all, just maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So I'm constantly talking about diet,
right,
exercise, reducing mental stress, and following up with a physician on a regular basis. Limiting alcohol and especially stopping smoking can really help reduce risk. There are vaccine preventable diseases out there, and there are actually vaccines that can prevent cancer. So if you're not up to date on your vaccines, then that's something to discuss with your physician. Just regular checkups with your physician is important.
I agree.
Make sure that you walk in knowing your family tree. Ask your family members what diseases they have, what ages they started at, and bring that information to your physician to determine whether genetic testing is indicated or to check for some of these diseases, and also maybe get lab work or x-rays or whatever is needed, especially if you start having symptoms that are worrisome.
So you talk about family tree. Does that mean I need to know the conditions beyond my parents and my siblings?
Yes, absolutely. If you know that there are conditions that run in your family and you're close to these family members, absolutely ask them what conditions they have and what age they were diagnosed at. Heart disease is the one that we talk about the most.
Right.
Because if you have a family member who had heart issues at an early age, you may be at risk for having heart issues yourself. So it's really important to check your blood pressure, check your cholesterol, and then all the things I mentioned before about weight management, diet, exercise, avoiding smoking. These are all things that you have control over. And you don't have control over your family history, but you have control over what you do to reduce your risk of developing heart disease. Just because your aunt and your mother have diabetes doesn't mean that you have to have diabetes. Okay, so make sure that you work with your physician on maybe establishing an exercise routine, eating nutritious food, and decreasing stress, and just being mindful about your choices. If you have multiple family members that have breast cancer, then discuss with your physician about seeing a geneticist. Same thing with colorectal cancer. If you have a family member who's had rectal cancer, make sure you know at what age they were diagnosed, what the diagnosis was, what the treatment was.
Okay, so talking about colon cancer, I've heard that you have to get a colonoscopy once you turn 45.
The age of 45 is when we start screening, when there are no other risk factors or family history.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask next. So you don't necessarily need to have any family history or risk factors.
Correct.
You should get tested.
You should get screening done.
Okay.
So that can be a colonoscopy, but there are other non-invasive ways of screening that you can discuss with your physician.
Right, and I've seen those ads on TV.
Oh, absolutely. There are specific conditions where you can take medications to prevent something from happening. So if you have a high cholesterol and you take a statin to help bring down your cholesterol, that may help to prevent heart disease in the long run. Definitely discuss with your physician. Also, whether a daily aspirin is indicated is very specific to different disease processes. One really big thing, mental health. Okay, make sure you're getting proper sleep, you are seeking services when you feel that you need them, and discuss these issues with your doctor, especially any fear or stress that comes with having this family history and seeing people around you suffering from different diseases.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hanna. Always such great, valuable information. So there you have it, friends. You can't change your genetics, but there are so many different things that you can do to reduce your risk of developing conditions from your family tree. For more pro tips, head to our website, fashionsensehawaii.com, where you can also submit your question for our expert. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to view more pro tips and episodes. We'll be right back.
Presented by D Suihiro Electric Gig on Spectrum OC16.
Hawaiian Coffee Body Scrubs. Moisturizing, rejuvenating, energizing, beautiful. Handmade in Hawaii with aloha. Coco Java.
Welcome back, fashionistas. If there's one wardrobe piece that can instantly elevate any outfit, it's the blazer. Today on Fashion Sense, I'm showing you 5 different ways that can take your outfit from simple to sophisticated in seconds. Starting with my outfit. Under my blazer, I'm wearing nothing except a statement jewelry piece. This is a simple yet dramatic look. Look 2 is all about casual, cool vibes. Pair biker shorts and a crop top with an oversized neon yellow blazer for that model off-duty look. Add chunky sneakers, colorful crossbody clutch, neon headband, and you're ready to hit the streets in style. Look 3 brings instant glam. Layer an oversized blazer over a satin slip dress for a polished date night ready vibe. For a little extra pizzazz, add sparkling headband, beaded clutch, and finish with strappy heels. Effortless elegance done. Look 4 gives the power suit a fresh twist. Pair dress shorts and a matching blazer with a graphic tee for a playful edge. Platform sneakers keep it grounded, but if you swap them for heels, you're instantly office to happy hour ready. Look 5 turns the blazer into the main event. Wear an oversized blazer as a dress. Cinch it with a simple belt and a pair of fun kitten heels. Add gold jewelry and you've got a bold, head-turning outfit that's perfect for a night out. Blazers are the ultimate chameleon. They can add attitude, edge, and elegance to any outfit. So whether you're dressing up or down, grab your favorite blazer and let it work its magic. And that's our show for today. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always great sharing with you. And a very special thank you to D-Sui Hero Electric and Hawaii Sports Radio Network. To view all of our episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or head to our website to send us your favorite recipes or questions for any of our experts. We'd love to share them on the show. Let's stay connected. Until next time, be fabulous, be beautiful, be the best version of you. We'll see you again.
And so if you can get a collection or portfolio of different real estate properties, over time, it can help you to create more wealth for yourself. And so, because I was right, when are you going to check? I forgot to, the bookkeeper.
What?
I forgot the bookkeeper. Okay, let's start again.
Okay, start again.
And then I'll go into detail. You literally just have to sit and look pretty. I can do that. That's easy.
To reduce the risk of getting any disease. Why am I saying getting? You don't get it. This is your one job. I know. My one chance in the spotlight. Okay. All right.
I know, posing. Salami and cheese. No, wait, blazers and who?
Blazers
And that's a wrap! Woo! Fashion Sense is presented by D-Sui Hero Electric Inc. on Spectrum OC16.